Hi, I'm David Picciuto, and today I'm going to show you how I made these stereo speakers using the DIY speaker kit from Rockler.
Rockler sells 2 speaker kits, and the one we'll be making today is the 6.5-inch bookshelf kit. The outside dimensions can be anything you want, but it's important to stick with the instructions for the interior dimensions. Speaker designing is a science and beyond the scope of this video, so we'll just stick to the plans included with the kit. The interior dimensions should be 18.5 inches tall, 7.5 inches wide, with a depth of 9.5 inches. I'll begin by cutting all my pieces down to size. For the back piece, we need to drill a 2-inch center aligned hole 5 inches from the bottom. This will be used for the terminal cup. On the front piece, we'll need to draw another 2-inch hole 2 inches from the bottom and 2 inches from the side. This will be used for the air tube. For the tweeter, we need to drill 3 holes to allow the non-circular shape to fit in. We'll drill the 2 half-inch holes first and then the 1 3/4 inch hole. The center of these holes needs to be 4 1/4 inches from the top. And finally, we'll cut out the 5 5/8 inch hole for the woofer. Because it's so big, we'll need to use our jigsaw. The center of this hole needs to be exactly 9 inches from the bottom. Since I'm going to be covering my speakers with Tolex, I'll just use butt joints, glue, and a pin nailer to assemble it all together. The Rockler assembly squares clamped to the corners makes the process much easier. I want my speakers to have a guitar amp-like vibe to them, so I'm going to cover them in Tolex, stretch grill cloth over the face, and add corner protectors. If you want more information on how I do this, visit my website at drunkenwoodworker.com. Before wiring, I'll screw all the speakers in place and hot glue in the air tube. Now, we'll wire up the speakers. If you've never done this before, don't worry, it's easy and all the connections are just crimped together. Please note, the speaker wire I'm using has a white stripe, and the wire you'll get with your kit has a red stripe. Cut the 6-foot speaker wire into 4 equal sections, split the ends, and use wire strippers to remove about a 1/2 inch of the plastic sheath. To make the connections, you'll feed the wires into terminal clips and use a crimping tool to join the two. The terminal clips then slide onto tabs on the speaker components. Use large terminal clips for both wires to the woofer and for the positive wire to the tweeter. Use a small terminal clip for the negative wire to the tweeter. Connect one section of wire to the woofer and one to the tweeter. Make sure the striped wire is connected to the positive terminal. Now, we'll connect both sets of wires from the woofer and the tweeter to the terminal cup. But before we do that, we need to add a capacitor to the positive wire coming out of the tweeter. This is easily done with a butt connector and a crimping tool. Now, we'll connect the 2 positive wires coming out of the speakers into one large terminal clip and the 2 negative wires coming out of the speakers into a large terminal clip and slip the clips onto the terminal cup. On the back panel, you'll hot glue some polyfill that came with the kit. The subject of polyfill is complex, just know that it helps diffuse the waveforms inside the box for a better and bigger sound. Thanks for watching. You'll find a link to the speaker kit below, along with a PDF for wiring instructions. If you would like to find out more about me and what I do, please visit my website at drunkenwoodworker.com.